Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Tuesday evening. As you saw, I did some prep earlier. There has also been 4 loads of washing done. The onions are still in the slow cooker. And I now have a question about shopping. So, as you know, I normally look at the headlines quite a bit. And it was something that I was questioning earlier in the year. And now I'm thinking it needs to be questioned a bit more. And it was a headline, and they were saying it was a bakery they were speaking to, and they said we have to be careful how we're doing. We don't even know if we can keep going, because I think it was the Guardian headline that said, "Who's going to pay £7 for a brownie?" Oh, what? But if you look at what costs have gone up for us as consumers, imagine being a bakery or a restaurant or a cafe. Butter, milk, eggs, they've all gone up. Your electricity's gone up. Your gas has gone up, whatever, energy costs you've got. Your rents have probably gone up. Taxes have probably gone up. It depends on your situation regarding your property. How can you make that cost effective to sell something? Excuse me. Because if you used to sell a brownie at £1, now you and I both know that the majority of our costs have almost doubled in the last year. So now that brownie's £2, but it's not, because all their costs have doubled. It would only be £2 if the ingredients had doubled. But it's not just the ingredients. It's the energy, it's the fuel, it's the transport, it's the delivery costs. All that's doubled as well. So it's no longer just £2 for a brownie. It's £3 or £4 for a brownie. Now, I don't know about you, but I certainly do not have the disposable income to be paying £3 or £4 for a brownie. So how is that going to work? How's that going to work in our high streets? How's that going to work with our local shops? The high street was already changing, and a lot of it was changing to coffee shops, cafes, etc., because people used it as meeting places. It was less your daily shop, because people did that in supermarkets, and it was more going and meeting people. It was leisure time. And we can't afford that now, or many of us can't afford that. And that just made me think. And then there was another headline that Made.com, now I don't shop there, I didn't even go and look at it, but it said something like £12 million worth of deposits will be lost for customers as it goes into administration. So I think that's something that needs to make us think long and hard about the new year, about 2023, about what we're buying. Unless you know the company well, unless you know that they're not going to go into administration while whatever you've ordered is on its way to you from whatever country they've ordered it from, I would be very wary. And especially if you have to pay a deposit, because that could mean that you lose your deposit. So if you're looking to buy any big ticket items this year, or this year coming, do your research. Do your research on the company, the tradesman, whatever, and make sure they're not going to go under while they've got your money, and you will be left with nothing. And I know it's a bit doom and gloom. I'd rather know now than in 2 weeks' time when the festive season's over and I've already paid a deposit for something. Because most people, if they're looking for something, if they haven't got it before Christmas, it's normally after January payday. So if that's what you were thinking, then just be careful, because if this cost of living crisis keeps going, there will be a lot more businesses going a lot more companies going out of business, a lot more businesses going bust. There'll be a lot more things we cannot afford. So yeah, that was just my thought, you know. And I know I'm saying a £3 to £4 brownie. If that bakery's saying £7 for a brownie, they've already budgeted it out. And that's not sustainable in the current climate, not in a high street shop. Because there's very few people who walk a high street nowadays have got that sort of money to spend. So yeah, there you go. That's my thing for this evening. So I hope you've had a restful one. I have, although been doing lots of prep and washing and moving stuff around, it's still actually been a really relaxed day, which is nice. So I hope you have also had a good one, and I will catch you later.